Imagine studying for years, waking up at 4 a.m., sacrificing sleep, missing birthdays, ignoring your mental health, only for your entire future to depend on one exam. One day, one paper, one rank. That is the reality of the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test. And now, millions of students across India are asking, has this exam become more harmful than helpful? NEET was introduced with one promise: to create fairness. But for many students, it created fear instead. Today, becoming a doctor in India is no longer just about intelligence or hard work. It has become a battle of coaching institutes, money, pressure, and survival. Students spend lakhs of rupees on coaching. Some prepare for 2 years. Some for 4. Some repeat the exam again and again. And if they fail, society makes them feel like failures. Not because they lacked talent, but because they couldn't crack one ultra-competitive exam. Supporters call NEET equal. But is it really equal? A student in a metro city may have elite coaching, private tutors, fast internet, expensive study material, and English medium education. Meanwhile, a rural government school student may struggle with poor resources, syllabus differences, financial stress, and lack of guidance. Yet both are forced to compete in the same exam. How is that equality? Critics argue NEET does not test potential. It tests privilege. Before NEET, medical admissions in India were controlled by individual states. And in Tamil Nadu, students were familiar with systems connected to ANA university counseling and entrance-based selection. At one point, students in Tamil Nadu had to prepare for separate entrance examinations after class 12, which meant more pressure, more coaching centers, and more financial burden on families. Critics argued that students from wealthy urban backgrounds had a huge advantage, because they could afford coaching institutes, English medium training, and repeated preparation. Many believed rural and government school students were being pushed behind before the race even began. That is why Tamil Nadu eventually abolished professional entrance exams. Admissions shifted mainly toward class 12 marks. The belief was simple: a student's consistent performance across 2 years mattered more than one stressful 3-hour exam. And many people believed this system gave greater opportunities to rural students, government school students, and Tamil medium students. But after NEET became mandatory, many families felt the same coaching culture had returned once again. And today, opposition to NEET in Tamil Nadu goes beyond a single political party. Former Chief Minister M.K. Stalin repeatedly argued that NEET disadvantages rural students, government school students, Tamil medium students, and economically weaker families. His government passed resolutions seeking exemption from NEET and demanded that medical admissions return to a system based mainly on class 12 marks. And now, the current Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, C. Joseph Vijay, has also renewed the demand to abolish NEET. Following the 2026 controversy and paper leak allegations, Vijay stated that the incident exposed what he called the structural flaws of the NEET system. He urged the union government to allow states to admit medical students based on school performance instead of one centralized entrance exam. And this is important, because despite political differences, leaders across different governments in Tamil Nadu have continued making the same core argument: that an education system heavily dependent on coaching culture pushes disadvantaged students behind before the race even begins. For many in Tamil Nadu, this is no longer just an education debate. It has become a question of social justice and equal opportunity. One student became the symbol of this debate: Anita, a bright student from rural Tamil Nadu. She scored exceptionally well in her school exams, but she could not clear NEET. Her death shocked the nation, and many people began asking, if brilliant students are still being left behind, then who exactly is this system helping? No exam should make teenagers feel hopeless. But the pressure surrounding NEET has become extreme. Students isolate themselves for years. Some stop talking to friends. Some lose confidence. Some believe their entire worth depends on one rank. Critics argue that India's education system has turned ambition into anxiety. And when paper leak controversies happen, students lose trust completely. Imagine preparing for years, only to hear allegations that someone else got unfair access to the paper. That pain cannot be measured by marks. NEET was supposed to remove corruption. But critics say a new industry replaced the old one: the coaching industry. Today, coaching centers earn massive profits from students desperate to survive the competition. And many students feel, without coaching, their chances are almost zero. So the question becomes, is NEET selecting the best future doctors? Or simply the students who had the best preparation money? Because true merit should not depend on family income. People demanding abolition are not saying standards should disappear. They are asking for a different system. Many want greater importance for Class 12 marks, state-level flexibility, multiple evaluation methods, and less dependence on one high-pressure exam. They argue that consistent school performance across 2 years says more about a student than one 3-hour test. An entrance exam should open doors, not destroy dreams. A country needs skilled doctors. But it also needs fairness, hope, and equal opportunity. Because when education becomes a system where only the privileged can survive, then merit stops meaning anything at all. And in Tamil Nadu, opposition to NEET is no longer limited to one political party. Across different governments and political leaders, the core argument has remained the same. That students from rural backgrounds, government schools, Tamil medium education, and economically weaker families are being pushed behind by an exam heavily dependent on coaching culture. For millions of students, this debate is no longer just about an entrance exam. It is about equal opportunity itself. What do you think? Should NEET be abolished? Or should it be reformed? Comment below.